Right.
As you've never travelled by flue powder before, you need to know a few things.
When you're in the
It's going to be
fireplace,
ridiculously
say where you're going,
stupid.
and keep your elbows tucked in.
Mind you get out at the right fireplace.
Are you sure this is safe? Piece of cake.
Look.
Ali.
Look at this. Just look at this. When did this happen? They've got to make gameplay out of every possible thing to make it a movie tie-in, right? So it's a movie tie-in because, like, you know, it's the fucking Harry. It came out probably just, I think, either just before or just after the film, or in time for the film. So, like, no one who actually made the game had ever seen the film to, like, make any sort of reference material here. But, like, they made gameplay out of sections where it feels like they shouldn't have made gameplay out of. Like, couldn't they have just made, like, instead of, like, all this ridiculous platforming bullshit, couldn't they have just, like, made, like, detective sections where you have to try and actually figure out who is doing it? I mean, even though you probably can figure out the answer. Like, I don't know, there's, like, 1,000 things they could have done better than... Why are there fireballs down here? No one's going to travel by flue powder if they're going to get burnt to death. Christ, was that the longest fireplace in the world, or is that just that some sort of space-time continuum I've breached here?
Harry had no idea where he was. All he could tell was that he wasn't in Diagon Alley. Evil-looking masks stared down from the wall, and rusty, spiked instruments hung from the ceiling.
Turns out Harry had entered the local bondage club.
Here, the better.
Harry heard a noise from the door.
Harry wasn't wrong.
And two blurry shapes appeared on the other side of the glass. Harry looked around and spotted a large black cabinet. He shot
it was an
inside
Iron
and
Maiden.
pulled the doors closed, leaving a small crack to peer through. Seconds later, a bell
I can't skip this.
clanged.
We have to listen to this story.
And Draco Malfoy stepped into the shop. The man who was with Draco could only be his father, Lucius Malfoy.
Touch nothing, Draco.
Mr. Malfoy was trying to sell the shopkeeper certain dark magical items that he didn't want the Ministry of Magic to find out about.
Couldn't we just, like, bust him here?
Harry went to Flourish and Blots.
Like, he doesn't say anything. There's no segue from that to this.
Gilderoy Lockhart, Hogwarts' new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, was signing his latest book.
Nice big smile, Harry. Together you and I were at the front page.
Harry met up with Ron and Ginny.
Like, so much of the story is
Lucius
skipped
and
here.
Draco Malfoy were also there.
Famous Harry Potter.
Fucking look at him.
Can't even go into a bookshop without making the front page.
Ginny, who was
Goddamn
very fond of
annoying
Harry,
Draco
defended
Malfoy. Can't do fucking anything without making a sarcastic remark about
I
it.
didn't want all that.
Lucius Malfoy insulted the scruffy state of the second-hand books Ginny had bought.
I suppose those books are the best your father can give you.
Lucius plucked a copy of A Beginner's Guide to Transformation from Ginny's cauldron, examined it briefly, and then replaced it.
So they got enough time to point that out, but they haven't got any time to point out how Harry got out of the goddamn cabinet in the sex dungeon.
From Lucius Malfoy would have on their lives, and they all left the shop, none the wiser.
Bum bum
They found
bum.
the car in Charing Cross Road, and after making it invisible, flew it into the sky over London. They saw
Why?
the
This
Hogwarts
part isn't
Express
explained.
far
Why?
below, and followed it for some
It doesn't say that
time.
they missed the Hogwarts Express, which is what happened. It just says, for no apparent reason, they took a joyride. Like, it just cuts parts of the story out. Maybe they had more room to explain the story on the
Looks like we've
PS2.
lost the train. Let's check out that tunnel.
Let's not, Ron. Let's not. Why don't we just follow the train track? Why do we have to check out the tunnel? The train's right there. Ron's like, I don't know, that might not be the Hogwarts Express.
Try not to scratch the paintwork or my dad will kill me.
So if we're still supposed to be in the English countryside, at what point did we enter the magic world to be able to get to the train? Like, that's the part of it I don't understand.
Stay ahead of the train and watch out for any obstacles.
Ron, you are an obstacle. It's a good job there's like 20 or 30 of these fucking things laying around. So just to let you know, the controls are kind of inverted. Not like Star Fox inverted, like the good kind of inverted, the bad kind of inverted. Where up is up and down is down. Like the kind of inverted I personally don't like. Surely that would derail the train. The thing is, there's so much to talk about that I didn't even have, even with like a 2-part review that added up to like a 30-minute review overall. I didn't have enough time to cover all of the ridiculous shit that I went through in this game. Is that what I get for touching the floor? Hasn't the car got wheels? Or is it like those like... It's like one of those specialized animals. It's lost the use of its wheels over time. We better be, because the Hogwarts Express is going to crush the living shit out of us if we don't get out the tunnels.
Keep going, Harry. We've got to reach the end of the tunnel soon.
Yeah, we don't have much of an option, do we, Ron? Maybe checking out this tunnel wasn't such a good idea after all. Maybe, why couldn't we just follow the train? Right, so like...
Almost there, Harry. Collect the pickups to repair some of the damage the car has taken.
Why? So now we've got to pick up speed boosts. And pick up. So like everything that glistens. Wait a second, I gotta change the controls with this because this is stupid. Flying control, reverse. Much better. Oops. Nah, this is what I'm used to. Star Fox level shit. Oops. Why is that still the same? So up is up and down is still down, but like left and right are different? I don't understand this game. Did it just revert back while I wasn't looking? For real, did it change? Look, it just changed! Maybe I didn't accept it, I don't know. I'm not impressed all the way, either way. Look, I'm picking up like 90% of the speed boosts. And we're still about to fail. Look, I'm not even making leeway. I'm not even like... everyone I miss like drops me back. It's like you get 100% or you get death. Good fucking god. Why can't we just fly? Why can't we just leave? Like, why are we still here? Why are we still here? That we're out the tunnel, can't we just fly away? Oh dear, did we trash the fucking car? Maybe we shouldn't have kept on going back into the tunnels, for real. Can't we just fly away? We're like out the tunnel. There's no reason to like, well, we should definitely stay in front of the Hogwarts Express. Otherwise we might lose it. Like, why?
Almost there, Harry.
Yeah, I gotta do this shit again. Oh, if you push square, that beeps the horn. That might be the only redeeming feature of this. Maybe we should like try and signal whoever's driving the Hogwarts Express to slow the fuck down. Now I'm getting the controls messed up because I just got used to I just got used to them like being normal, and now they're the other way around. We have to use the buttons and all that, I don't know. Shall I send out SOS in Morse code using the car's horn and hope that someone on the Hogwarts Express had actually know what? There's no point. None of them are going to know Morse code. They don't teach basic shit in fucking wizarding school, do they? Wizarding school is only about wizarding. Do you think they still have to go to regular school so they can learn things like maths that will be useful? Like, do you think the merchants in Diagon Alley just make an absolute fucking steal because no one in the wizarding world can like count or divide? Like, no one understands, no one knows what the times table are.
Excellent! You got a famous Witches and Wizards card!
It doesn't matter if I got a famous Witches and Wizards cards if I'm fucking dead. If the Hogwarts Express still crushes the life out of me, it doesn't matter how many Witches and Wizards cards. It's just gonna be another box in the locker next to my fucking grave. Pop it in my coffin with me, shall we? Say this is what he risked his life for. Oh, there we go. Something we should have done about half an hour ago. Fuck me. Christ, this game never fails to infuriate me. Really though, it never fails.
Phew.
It gets me every
That was
time.
really close. I didn't think we'd make it out of the tunnel.
Fucking, we got out of the tunnel like twice and we went right back into it again.
Hogwarts. Try and land the car in the castle grounds.
I just don't understand.
There's something wrong with the car. I don't have control anymore.
And honestly, when we did have control, we barely had control.
Mind that tree!
Right now, we gotta go through some boss battle.
Out.
There's a big hole in the
I need to
windshield.
get close to the tree and cast a spell at what looks like its mouth.
Maybe you should have worn your seatbelt, Ron.
Nintendo! Nintendo!
It's not opening its mouth a lot.
Nintendo! Help! Nintendo! Nintendo! Ah,
I'm just fucking around right now because, like, it ain't opening its mouth.
shoot it in the mouth, Harry!
Yeah, well, it's got to open its mouth for me to actually hurt it. Otherwise, I'm just fruitlessly shooting at it, Ron. Maybe you should try climbing out of the car. It's got 4 doors and a hole in the window. It's beaten to shit. If there's any way you can't get out of the car, it's because of your own, like, fucking hang-ups. I don't know. You're not the one getting fucking crushed to death out here. Your Ford Anglia is going to be my fucking funeral. Oh, come on. I can't... Really? Shockwaves from that?
Shoot it in the mouth, Harry!
Oh, fuck off, Ron. Can't we just kill Ron? Can't we? Can't we just let Ron die? The story will... I don't know. The story will continue the same, if I'm honest. It's not like we need him in this story. I like it just fades to sepia tone as though we both died. Rest in peace, Ron Weasley and Harry Potter.
By the time Harry and Ron had escaped from the Whomping Willow, the sorting ceremony had already begun. They peered in at the Great Hall and watched as the aged old sorting hat placed new students into the four.
So they didn't have
Hogwarts
time to
houses,
explain
as
like
it had
how
for
Harry
so
got out
many
of the house
years
and stuff
past.
like that, but this part is totally
Harry
relevant.
remembered putting the sorting hat on a year
Do we
ago,
need to reminisce
and
about
for
the
a
first
few
game?
horrible seconds, he had feared the hat was going to put him into Slytherin, along with Draco Malfoy.
Not Slytherin, eh? Well, if
Oh,
you're
great.
Sure, better be
Why is this here?
Gryffindor.
Thanks for reminding
But
us.
of course, he had ended up in Gryffindor, along with Ron and Hermione.
Are they just doing this so they can
As
tell
they
us what
watched
house
the
we're in
sorting,
case we had
Harry
never played the
noticed
game
that
before?
At least one teacher was missing from the staff table.
Hang
Oh,
on.
it's that
Where's
evil
Snape?
Snape.
And then, from behind him, came the voice Harry dreaded to hear.
Ronald Weasley.
Professor Snape. Harry's least
Look at
favourite
him.
teacher.
Oh my
I'm
god.
waiting to hear why you two didn't arrive on the school train.
It was a great
How did he know? Was he there?
thought Harry, as they followed Snape to his office.
I thought he would be more interested to
Once
know why
there,
there was a Ford
Snape
Anglia in
nastily
pieces in the
admonished
castle
them about
grounds,
flying
and
the
there
car
was a
to Hogwarts.
goddamn pissed
You
off
will go
tree.
immediately to your common room, and I will think about how to punish you.
Ooh, look at that. The face of pure evil. Jesus Christ. Right. I like Snape's got his priorities right. He doesn't give a shit about the fact that the castle got trashed and the goddamn there's a fucked up car in the castle grounds and like the tree's pissed off or anything like that. Why weren't you on time for the train? Oh shit! I should have known. The only thing teachers really care about, fucking punctuality. Like good timekeeping. That's all they care about. Yeah, it's the same lower Hogwarts castle from the first game. Well, nearly. Some of the areas are completely different, which is a shame because it's the same castle.
Fred and George must have flown that car 5 or 6 times, and they never had an accident. I really thought we'd get expelled for sure. Come on, Ron. Let's go to the Gryffindor common room. Do you think you can remember the way? No problem. Follow me.
Harry comes across as such a naive idiot, like throughout the entire game. He's like, "Do you remember the way to the common room, Ron? I'm not the protagonist of the story. I'm merely a side character for your greatness." Now watch this.
Mustn't stay at Hogwarts.
Right, okay. Okay, I know I pointed this out in the video, and I know I pointed this out in the review, but I really want to reiterate the point here. Right, he says at the start of the game, there will be great danger if you've come to Hogwarts, right? The only danger we've had so far is us crashing the car, which is more than likely our own fault. Now, when we get here, the first thing he does is enchant these fucking statues to start, like, chopping us to pieces, basically. Like, watch. There you go. I got fucked up there. Now, would that have happened without Dobby's intervention? No, because they don't. They're just regular suits of armour. Now they're magic suits of armour that are trying to fucking kill me. Now, really, what?
Harry Potter, it's really you.
Yep.
I'm in Gryffindor.
Colin Creepy.
Everyone
Yeah,
talk.
fuck off.
And you
Yep.
really do have
Yep.
that lightning. It's brilliant.
Thank fucking God you're gone. Plus they got all these little stunt jump things here. Oh, I'm so good. I'm fucking wizarding Tony Hawk. You can't use magic in this area, so you can't even, like, defend yourself against those things.
Flying a car right into the Whomping Willow? People will be talking about that one for years.
Well, they're not going to be talking about it for the rest of the game, so... Thank you, people I don't know.
We'd better get to the common room before Snape sees us.
Fucking, I can go in here, so I'm going to go in here. Is Snape going to be in here? Do we have to duel him? I'd rather just punch him in the face. Imagine that. Like, it's alright to duel teachers, but it's not alright to punch him in the face, Harry. That's just cheap. Wow, I don't know what I was expecting by coming in here. I shouldn't have... I mean, no one's been awarded any house points yet. Holy crap, they're bigger than I thought. Christ, they're tall. Is this a throne or a commode? No, it's a throne. That's Dumbledore's throne of power. Still can't use magic. Right, gotta go to the common room. Because, I don't know. Oh, I remember when we fought goddamn what's his face in this area? Those were the days. When I had to do the wizard crackers duel, those were the days. Oh. Things were simpler back then. I only had like Draco to deal with. Really, like majority of the mini games were like, you know, stopping Draco, doing this, doing that. You're lucky I can't hurt you, because otherwise you'd be in the infirmary having my wand removed from your ass.
Look, there's Lockhart's office. I'm surprised he can get his big head through the door.
Oh, run! Fuck me! I wasn't ready for the comedy stylings of Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley on tour. He's only got like observational. He seems like an observational comedian. You know, he doesn't seem to be the insulting type. He's just an observational comedian, but like not a particularly good one. Maybe he should have stuck to wizarding. Why are there just owls running around loose in here? Hagrid's not doing his job again. I'm just curious to see where it will let me go at this point in the game. Cool. Can I go through here? To the front hall. Where am I? Wow, what's different about this piece of wall? Oh, a secret passage. Did I discover it? Man, I must have the luck of the gods. I wonder what's behind here. Probably another minigame. I dread to think, really. I really hope there's no more minigames behind. To be honest, I know there's going to be a minigame. I know there's going to be a minigame. Ooh, my reward. One of them. I don't like this sinister music. I'm leaving. I don't care about witches and wizards cards. I don't. What do they do for the game? Besides, like, the whole... You know, you have to, like, collect things for an incentive, right? Like Bad Joker Zero, you collected things to unlock more levels and continue through the game and stuff like that. It was a collectathon, yeah, but it was a collectathon because, like, it was fun to collect things. You don't need to collect for, you feel like you have to do a great deal to get one of those things, and the only thing you get for actually doing it is, like, reading the thing. You know, there's nothing to it. You get to read the information about whatever wizard is portrayed on the card. It's like, ooh... It's like Pokemon cards, but like without the entire game part of it. Where the fuck am I now? Oh, what? I can't go back that way? Okay. Probably shouldn't have gone that way to begin with. Is the common room around here? I'm kind of lost. Some of these parts look similar to the first game, but a lot of them are just totally different for no apparent reason. This one's obviously a secret passage. Yep. I'm just too good at this. There's no need to be impressed. Really, though, there isn't. Oh, I've learned a magic spell. It's the same spell I've always known how to do. What the fuck? Am I... Oh, that's a bean. It was just glitching out through the floor. I didn't know what it was. Alright, well, I don't think anything I need to be in here. I don't even know what's going on in here, but... Music's too jolly this time. Don't like it. Obviously a bad omen. To be honest, everything's a bad omen in this game. Everything seems to lead to something that I don't want to do. There's no good way about going about it. Oh, I just accidentally bumped into his office. Is this his actual fucking office? Have I stumbled upon his office? Professor Lockhart's office. I don't know where I'm going anymore. Are we near the common room? Oh wait, is this it? Hey look, Ron, I made it.
Password?
Pig snout? Caput Draconis?
I'm sorry, but that is not the password.
Oh no.
Oh no, we don't know the password for the fat lady's portrait. Now we won't be able to get in.
That's good. There's nothing in the common room worth doing anyway.
Passes by. I'll find Hermione. She'll know the password.
Can't we just not go in? Really, can't we just not go in? I mean, I know in the actual story it would be very I mean, even with like basic lore, it would be really good for them to be able to get into the common room because, like, you know, once they get into the common room, there's like the sleeping area. I don't sleep in this game. It's not an RPG. The only reason that I might need to go in there is if I want to save the game and or talk to like Fred and George. Neither of which I want to do. I don't need to save the game because it saves the game every 5 seconds, and I hope to never talk to Fred and George ever again. Because all they ever do is like, hey Harry, do you want to do some more duels, Harry? He's like, that's a tough one. No. Like I don't want to do more duels. They just waste time and I don't get anything out of it. Or at least like I don't get anything out of it that I want to get out of it. It's not like I'll get something cool for doing a duel. I'll get nothing for doing a duel. I'll have wasted about 10-15 minutes of my life by doing a duel. And I still don't know where I'm going, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of Hermione, and I'm quite frankly lost and scared. Have you seen her? Boy who takes pictures of everything? I think we should give him a new name. How about Wand Sphincter? I like that name. I think it'll suit him. And his future profession. Are we there yet? I'm back here again. I've made like no progress. I've just gone in a big circle. Oh, this door wasn't open before. Oh, the library. Where else would Hermione be? Do you think she's like the only one who's realised that she has to get an actual education if she wants to do anything? She can't just be like up on potions and like hope to make it in the real world. Because like the wizards pay taxes.
Hello there, young Harry Potter. Yes, what a...
You look happy.
Yes, he does.
Is...
Yep. No. But like, yeah, do wizards have to do all the same sort of things regular people do, or are they just sort of like wizards who live in the real world? Like, oh, he's a wizard, he doesn't need to pay taxes. But you're not allowed to do magic, but everyone knows you're a wizard. Like, how does like the law work? How does it work? Someone tell me. Do wizards pay taxes? I'm curious. Do wizards live like regular people do? Or do they live in some like magical other dimension? Because like the way it's portrayed is sort of like it all still exists within England. Like it doesn't like... I don't get it. Like when they go to Diagon Alley, like there's, you know, when it like in the film, like they walk to this certain area and push a brick or whatever it is, and then like it all opens up like a, you know, Fabergé egg, and everyone goes inside and has a jolly good time. Like, can someone fly over with a helicopter and go, hang on, I've never seen that before? Like, you know, does it open to a different portal or something like that?
The fat lady is Wattlebird. Of course you would have known this if you had managed to get to school on time.
Thanks, Miss Hermione.
Don't forget to keep checking your report card.
Oh, fucking there's no point to check the report card. Checking the report card is for people who care. And if I haven't reiterated the point, I don't. Dumbest library ever. How do I get out of here? So think about it, like you could thoroughly confound an adult wizard if, as long as it's, because like, okay, so let's assume that like all the kids, I mean, he must have been at least 12 or 13 at the start of the first game, right? And that's his first year at Hogwarts. So like he's only got like 12-year-old knowledge of anything, like anything prior to going to wizarding school. Do you think he has to spend the rest of his summer or whatever it is like learning
Harry,
like how
really
everything else in the world works, like basic science and maths, and yeah, here we go.
Password.
Wattlebird.
Just seems unnecessary. Again, I don't want to pick apart the Harry Potter universe, but like it just don't make any fucking sense. Oh,
Looks like
fantastic.
they're awarding house cups for excellence in herbology and defense against the dark arts.
Come on, you two.
I
Oh,
forgot how
great
much I
herbology.
missed her. Come on, Harry.
You just pushed me out of the way, Ron.
Wow, the Gryffindor common room. I'm going to take some pictures to send home to my dad.
Wow.
My photo album, Harry. It's.
Yeah, this is actually worth looking at. Like, if you go take a look at his...
Yes,
I don't want to fucking talk to you again. That's...
Have you heard
Oh, like he actually said that? Harry, he actually went, yes, Colin, I do.
Entrances to the secret founder jewels.
Wow, it's not a secret if everyone fucking knows, Ron.
That's where you.
Sorry, I called you Ron.
Everyone
I
knows that
apologise.
Finding famous witches and wizards
I actually
cards
like these
can
guys
be
more than I like
very
Ron.
Difficult. So we're willing to
Please
send you
go away.
It's a good deal. Brilliant. You have 50 every flavour beans.
Oh, thanks.
Ignatius Wildsmith.
I don't care. Right, let's check out his photo album. So this basically allows you to travel back in time and play previous parts of the game, but the way that it's portrayed makes it look like he was just there for every single part of your adventure. Like, really look at this. So apparently he was there to take a picture of me and me and Jenny, and look at her face. Look at her fucking face. Look at that. Let that haunt your dreams. Let that haunt your fucking dreams. Look at it. Jesus Christ. I've seen a lot of horror films, but there's no horror like Ginny Weasley's face. Right. So then apparently he was there to be able to take a picture of us, you know. He could have made a difference, really. He was there to take a picture of us, like, bursting into school. And then for some reason, like, how does that work? How does this... Is this not in chronological order? Because that didn't happen before this did. Harry denoming the burrows. I'm glad you were there for that. Monumentous, that was. Harry in the burrows. Well, the pictures were alright, I guess. However, I give you minus 10 points for lack of chronological order. And another minus 10 points for literally just being where you shouldn't fucking be. Where were you in the burrows? Were you looking for Ginny Weasley too? Trying to take pictures of her? I mean, honestly, to be honest, I was going to call him a pervert, but really, like, capturing a picture of Ginny Weasley is probably like, you know, a signed autograph of Bigfoot.